in the fog this Halloween in Buena Park. Please welcome to the stage, Technical Director Ian Barnett, Audio Design Specialist Adam Hankinson, Entertainment Design John Cook, and Entertainment Show Supervisor, Jeff Tugger.
Oh my God, hello everybody, how are you? It's the Midsummer Scream, let's hear a scream! We feed off it, welcome, welcome. We're so excited you decided to close out the greatest Halloween event right here with Knott Scary Farm this weekend. Thank you. We got a great panel here. Let's hear it for these guys here. And I should warn you before we get started, they gave me the clicker for the screen. So anything could happen at this point. I'm going to try to advance it and see what happens. Are you ready? Are you guys ready to hear what's on tap? I don't believe you! Are you ready? Alright, here we go. I like that. Do it again.
Yeah!
Alright.
Yeah!
I brought my dad. Alright, let's go! What happened? Watch that all night. We have the best monsters in the world, the best mazes in the world, and the best fans in the world. Again, thanks for joining us. We're going to move through here and see what we got here. You ready? Yeah. The evolution of scary farm technology. We brought the experts here, and they're going to walk you through from the early days to today. No, you guys. To today. So here we go. The original Knott Scary Farm, 1973. Look at those pictures. A lot of people don't know, but prior to 1975, the world was indeed black and white. These are actual color photos. Knott Scary Farm started in 1973. I wrote it down so I didn't forget because I know the experts in here would kill me. 3 nights only. The first ever of its kind. No one had ever considered stretching Halloween more than a single night of the 31st. So the Knott family sat around a table, the dinner table at their house, which was located on the property, and hatched the idea for Knott Scary Farm's Halloween Haunt, and it was a huge, huge success, and the history is there, right? #1 in the world, the first ever right there. You see Seymour. You see that we had, look at the top, those are the Planet of the Apes guys running through the cemetery. Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. All right. There's some early effects there, you can see. That ghost hovering above the tombstone. I think that one there is actually a skull mask, but that would have been one of the nicer ones. Originally they were, correct me if I'm wrong.
Actually, that one is, this is from Jeff Shattuck is the one that pointed this out to us. That's actually made out of a styrofoam wig form that they used to store the wigs on. And they dressed it with some organza fabric, put it out there, and created the illusion of motion by putting some well-placed fans on them.
Very high tech. And they created the face by dousing it with acid, so it would melt. And those ghostly arms there, those are coat hangers. So the first few haunts were really made with popsicle sticks and hard work and inspiration, and look at where we've come today. So, modern effects, oh look at that. Mr. Cook, that's your baby, right?
Yes, that is out of the finale of Paranormal Inc. So I guess we've come a long way since popsicle sticks coat hangers on.
Absolutely. How much does that thing weigh?
I didn't try and pick it up.
Don't call me a thief.
All right. No, that's the finale of Paranormal Inc. And did anybody go through Paranormal Inc?
Just to point out that was 100% made in-house. There's nothing purchased on that. We sculpted it, molded it, casted it, painted it, animated it, all in-house. Just so when you're coming through a maze at Not Scary Farm, you're seeing things that are true just to Not Scary Farm.
One of a kind, baby. All right, we brought Adam Hankinson, who's going to talk about the early days up till now of audio in mazes.
Oh dear. Okay, I like to talk, so hopefully there's a hook or a buzzer or something to shut me up. I have to stand, I can't, sorry. Look at me. Okay. So audio, yeah, a lot of people do ask a lot of audio questions, a lot of people don't. If you're one of the ones that don't, sit back, relax, and I'll wake you up in 20 minutes. All right? So we, in audio, it's pretty simple. We provide the soundtrack to the scares, in the mazes and the scare zones and in the shows, of course. What you're seeing on this slide is some of the source material devices we use to playback, obviously. Before I got there, I started in 2000, so this is my 17th consecutive haunt year. Yeah. I tried to quit, but they wouldn't let me. So before I even got there, they were using Sony Walkmans, luxury item back in the late 90s. We couldn't afford Sony Walkmans, they were using the cheap Japanese knockoffs. They would be laid on the tray, velcroed on there, little 1/8" jack coming out, 2 channels, and there's 2 sounds right there from there. 6 of those guys, lots of sounds, mayhem and what have you. Then, and also, in order for them to keep going, they were using these things called endless cassettes. I don't know if anyone ever saw those, but you could probably find one on eBay now in the vintage department.
I'm looking at the image and I'm wondering, is that Star-Lord's tape? Or?
Come and get your love, Jeff.
All right.
It's terrible. And obviously, then by the time I joined 2000, which was, let's see, what was going on then? There was the Red Moon Massacre.
13X Murder Manor.
No, before then, no, we had the Blood Bayou in there with the pig band and all that nonsense, right? That was all done by an amazing guy called Rob Perez, who was the guy, my mentor, taught me everything I'd known and brought to you guys.
He's here in the back somewhere.
Is he in the back? Rob Perez, stand up! He's a genius. So he did, way back before I joined, there he is, a little man over there, yes. He used to do all the shows, all the mazes, and all the scare zones, everything on his own, and then they brought me in to help him, and 2003 is when I started to do the mazes, so from Hatchet Eye onwards, 45 mazes I've done, and now I'm handing it over, well I'm not, we're giving Daniel Biranowski, you here? He's the new generation, he did Paranormal, and all the other ones from last year, and he's going to do all the new ones this year too, so it's, there you go, he's the new guy. But anyway, we moved, I'm just being a lovey-dovey here, right? And you're awesome too! So then we moved on to CD technology. Hooray! Digital technology. Same thing, Sony Walkmans, velcroed in a tray, 1/8" out, a couple of sound effects, looping. And that's it. Let's see what's next so I can ramble on about that.
You want me to advance?
Oh yeah.
Mr. Go. All right, how about that?
I took these pictures the other night in my office for you. These are from the archive, which is a pile of crap in the corner of my office. You can see there's an actual Blood Bayou with Rob Perez's handwriting on it. Look at that, with the pig band music in stereo. There's something for you. And then on the right we have mini discs. We went on to mini discs. It didn't last very long, that technology. We had one 4-track mini disc player. We had one 8-track mini disc player.
And let's not blow past some of these great names of TV shows. Killigan's Island. Star tracheotomy? Yeah.
Yeah, we're clever.
There's Alice in Wonderland on the bottom too.
Yeah, I'm Alice in Wonderland, yeah. So again, this technology didn't last long, you know. I was digging this out for this Tech Through the Ages thing, and I actually have a couple of them here, actually. These two are from the Underground. Who remembers that one? Yeah. So, and this piece of irrelevant stuff is a floppy disk. This was the first thing I did at the hanging. I'd run the hanging I did 9 years on sound, I stage managed for 3, I now sound design the thing. I've done it for 16 years, and this was my first year on it, and this is the floppy disk that controlled all the sound effects for the live. This one. That kind of stuff. So I thought it might be fun to give those to Jeff, and then later on today, when we have the Q&A, what do you think? If we get some good...
It was a good question.
Maybe we'll give them
go
away.
on with this.
And they're the actual things that we use. Let's move on, Jeffrey.
Absolutely.
Oh look, Inquisition, 2 CDs again. Yeah. I got a bone to pick with you. Remember that one?
The Inquisition.
That's the only quote I can remember from that.
Anyone go to the Inquisition? The Inquisition was a very gory, scary maze, but the sound was not.
Right.
Because I spent a lot of time in maze. I go into maze and I'm there for like 2 hours. And this was a series of sound effects of people being whipped and beat. But every once in a while you'd hear them like humming music and laughing with each other. And it was all mixed in, so you really had to pay attention. It was really funny.
Yeah, I think Rob did that one, and I think one of the tracks was called Bone Thugs in Harmony, or something like that. Funny guy, sometimes. All right, so move on. Okay, when we move on again, this is source material, the playback devices for the mazes. This is an Alesis HD24. We use these for almost a decade now. We still use them, don't tell anyone. It's 24 in separate tracks of audio, so the great thing about this is we can actually have things happen and relate to each other. So while the music's doing this, it can drop a bit for this to allow room for this to breathe, etc. And that was proved when we did Fairy Tales. It was the first time we did one of these, and TerraVision was the first time where it was all tied together and it wouldn't drift and it would stay in sync, and it was fun. The only problem with that is that it all does stop at one point and then loop. So there's a slight second. Yeah.
There's always a point in the maze where it's like, whoa, whoa.
That's right, but there was one maze, I tried all types of ways to get out of that. There was one maze where we had an alien in one. I had the sound of the windows start up and break down at the end. Remember that? Yeah. And then there was one where Dickie from the audio guys came up with this crazy one, but I won't talk about that. Anyway, if you remember it, it was in, what was that college one we did? Killer Clown College.
Killer Clown College.
It was a short loop, so that you heard that many times, and it was, if you're a gaming person, and you know that, what's his name, Reggie something? I'm Reggie Johnson! You know that? No, okay. It's the gamers, there's a set of nerds out here, and there's a critical set of nerds inside.
Okay. Leroy Jenkins?
Yeah, that's him! Leroy Jenkins! I use that. I don't even know what I'm saying.
That's World of Warcraft. Daniel Miller would have been laughing on the floor.
I'm looking for that book.
You want to go forward here?
Yes, please do, because I think there's a lot of crap in for you. Yeah, okay. There's your mini displayer, look, on the left. So if you've got one of those and you win one of these, you might actually be able to play it. Okay? There's another one of those cheap knockoffs. Sanyo, not bad. I think ours were worse than that. And there's a Sony Discman.
That's the Roomba that was sent through Hatchet High.
That's how the original witch goes around Ghost Camp. Now, this is where we're at. Okay, this is some cool stuff. We're very fortunate to have a very, very talented team on the other side of audio. I just make the sounds and create stuff, and Dan and Rob, and it's easy, you know, but those guys have to reinforce it and get it out to you guys. That takes a lot of work, a lot of experience, and great design too. And those guys, Dickie Little, Larry McCoy, Stephen Snyder, Jeff Doherty, who else? Sometimes it's Dave Hobley as well. But those guys, they're the ones that have really progressed with the tech. What I do, I've been playing with Pro Tools now for 15 years or so, for Mazes 4 years. It's the same thing. We've changed versions, whatever. These guys have changed the equipment and the way it's done. So what you're looking at now is this is a QSC brand, and it's called QSYS. It's software and hardware designed to do what we do. They built it for us. Larry has worked closely with QSC, giving them hints of what we need. They've been putting it in the software for us. We work closely with QSC, they're in Costa Mesa. So this is something that we're proud of, and the other parks are using them too now, but we were the first.
I know, man. They've got a whole bunch of those in Adventure City.
Wow.
Copycats.
So this, anyway, holds the media. Who needs a CD player these days, right? You've got it all on your phone, it's all digital, it's all ones and zeros. So all the playback's on there. The playback devices are on there, all the different players. The routing's in there, the processing, the way it gets to you, the routing, the mixing, everything's done in there. And it's all intuitive. It can be done on, we can go and fix it on the network. It's all on the network. They go to their office and they go, oh, that's a little too loud in here, turn it down. Amazing. Now we've gone so far from those endless cassettes, sticking it through a crappy Mackie 1604. If you're an audio guy, that's a really terrible audio board that Mackie made, that we relied on actually for many years. But this is it. That's where we're at. That's my story. That's the story of Knott. We've progressed. Please say that's it. Are you still awake? All right, so this is actually more show. If you actually care about The Hanging or Ed Lonzo, Elvira, and all those guys in the theatre, this is kind of the progression of where we've come from now, and I'll go through them very quickly. The TCR, the TCR, top left. Funny story, first hanging, my first hanging, 2000. Couldn't get it working. Hadn't had a rehearsal. I didn't even know what it was. I had a script, I had a cue list, Rob had done all the work for it, but couldn't get it working. Rob, me, Larry, we're in the office, we're talking to the people at 360 Systems that makes this, trying to get it working. The reason you guys have been listening to terrible European techno music for the pre-show for the last 15 years is because I wasn't in the booth. I was on the phone trying to get this thing working, and they just played what was in my bag. And I used to be a DJ in England, sorry. And it's that guy's fault. Alright.
You know what? The hanging is one of those things where, like, you do this an accident. You play that crappy European techno music, and the next year you're like, look, we're gonna play something different. And the audience goes, where's that music you played last year?
We need to hear Sandstorm by
Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air.
which was a hit in England in like 96, and you guys got it in 2004.
They were too busy listening to Chumbawamba.
Believe me, it's going to be fashionable and fat soon. Right.
Are you ready? You're not gonna
I'm going to move on, quickly. So the instant replay to the right, top middle, quick sound effects, one-shot jobs. The Digicart is the one before that, so that came before that one. The other thing there, the Tascam MTX 2424, is the thing that we used in 2001, onwards to the hanging. It was amazing until it broke down and used to whistle. I don't know how many of you have seen hanging shows where there was like a tea kettle sound going in the background, because I was told, don't stop the show, it's fine. Horrible. And you probably heard this voice go, ladies and gentlemen, we're sorry to say we technical difficulties at the hanging. That was because of that. Moving on, the thing on the right, is the sampler. You can't buy them anymore. They call them MPCs, music production centers. This is a very old thing that would sample sound. This is where we play our thump pumps, nut crashes, backsplats, all that stuff that the Stun guys do off a keyboard. And we still do. Moving on.
Moving on. Look at how many files you've given me. Look at this.
We're going back in time.
Are you just going left and right?
Aha! And then here's where we ended up now. In the show world, we are in an industry standard software now called QLab. Things very reliable. You can do it on a MacBook. And we run shows on MacBooks now. This thing is awesome. It gives us more control in the rehearsal process to align things. We don't have to say to the performers, here's the kill. Freddie? Can I say Freddie? Some dude that used to have got burnt up in a thing and tortured kids would have to fight for 1 minute 30 seconds. Now we can actually put a vamp underneath that character, and then if they tighten up the fight during the run and stuff a little bit, just so we're not sitting there waiting for the next cue, we can go with it. This thing gives us more control in the field. It's awesome, and that's where we're at in shows.
Adam Henderson, everybody. Adam, you just got back from a big trip. Where'd you go?
I went to a place called England. It's kind of cool.
Okay, and now follows 35 slides of his vacation.
All right, so this is.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh, I know why.
You gotta be kidding me.
They asked, well, you guys should have brought something to the party.
Here we are, traffic.
No, the guys, the awesome marketing team at Knott, they asked specifically, can we show them something like a session? Again, mine, Dan's, Rob's job is kind of boring. Yeah, we have some cool stories of making people cry and stuff like that, and getting them to, so we get real tears. But that's what we look at all day long. We are creating all those little colours, the little audio files, and that's how we create the content that goes into the world that I just explained to you for the last 3 hours.
Audio is one of the most important parts of any of the attractions we do. When we were putting together Possessed with Josie, we were in the studio with Rob, and we needed her to laugh maniacally, so we could echo it all through the theater. And her laugh was forced, it was fake, she's a little kid. So Rob goes, just go in and tickle her. So I go in and I tickle her and she's pissed, but we get the good laughs, right? Which is great, except now whenever she laughs at home, I go, oh my God.
I'm not the kind of guy to one-up someone, but I'm going to.
This is a better story. I said I'm not a guy to one-up someone. It's a great story, but I have another one. The crying woman in the Mexican maze, what was that called? Thank you. Those were real tears. The food secretary has her office outside mine. She just found out her boyfriend was cheating. I said, you need to let it go. You need to get it out. Stuck in the booth. I said, what a complete and utter beep. And she went, that's what you listen to. Thank you, Yadira.
And that was La La Brona, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I'm English.
Oh, for goodness sake, there's another one.
Just go to the next one. No, just go.
He's bigger than me.
Speakers?
Okay, I send them a lot because they ask for a lot. I thought they might edit them down.
Oh, I'll handle this one. I'll handle this one.
Speakers, what?
That is where the audio files come out of. Next slide.
John Cook, everybody. Paranormal Incorporated.
I don't know how I'm going to follow the audio session.
If you're not careful, it's going to be silent.
All right. Jeez. Paranormal Inc. Okay. So, as a new designer, I've been very fortunate that I was able to come in and take advantage of the 40 plus years these guys have been putting together all this technology. And what I really wanted to do with this is take all of that technology and just put it together and make it all work in harmony with the big showroom in the beginning, using video effects, audio, lighting design, the show control system. What I wanted to do is try to just, instead of scaring one or two people at a time, just scaring the entire room at once. And I think, thankfully, to all these guys and all of their advancements they've made with all this technology, I think we might have pulled it off.
There they are.
There we go. So, and then as we got kind of deeper into the maze, I tried to keep continuing to use that with the different video effects, and on the picture of the nurse, we had the video map book, and all I was trying to do was get your attention to that direction, just so the nurse could get her scare, once again using different technologies to draw you in, as well as with the stunt actors. Those guys, man, make some noise for the stunt actors. They did not Yeah, in Australia. That is a tough job. But it's something that they stuck out because it's something they believed in, the product that they believed in, that they wanted to hang in there just so every single person that came to the maze got to see that one effect. So that's pretty awesome that they were able to do that every night. And here's the motion control system stuff. This is what the glorious guts of Paranormal Inc. look like. We had our 4 tech guys in there every night. They were actually controlling the effects. So if you were walking by and you got an air blast right in your face, you can thank them. As well as we were able to kind of monitor the entire maze to make sure everything was working properly.
We're happy to announce the audio stuff we'll be using for 2016. We have a long list of speakers, mixers, and 2002 iPods with the clicky wheel. No, this is what you came for. We're going to talk about what's coming up for 2016. It's back, right, John?
Yes, it is back.
All right, the evolution of interactive and immersive mazes. Are you ready? Look at that. Dark Realm. What is that? Laser Rage.
Can anybody guess what this paved the way for?
Special ops.
How about that one?
That's the one. So since we're on the topic of technology, I think it's very obvious the technology that was used infected the infrared laser tag guns that brought this 6-acre interactive experience to life. But I want to look into it a little bit deeper of why I think the technology worked so well for the attraction. And that would be when we're designing, we're thinking of obviously how we're going to be setting you guys up for the scares. And a lot of times we're using technology to set up these distractions. And we were able to identify very, very early on by handing you a laser tag gun. That's a pretty awesome distraction. Now you're not focused on where the people are coming out of, but more so you're losing yourself in distraction, running around trying to fight off the zombies. And I think people like myself who like to walk through and analyze things, I wasn't doing that. I was just having a good time, and I think that's what made that attraction so fun.
And it's bad. I don't know.
This is the first layout that we came up with for the first year of Infected. I don't know, is anybody there for the first year?
Yeah!
Thanks, let's go to the next one before we get into this. This was last year's upgraded weapon system that we moved to. I want to share a quick story about the first year. Does anybody remember the Frankenstein guns, the black and green ones?
Yeah, they were terrible.
We made all of those by taking apart a laser tag gun and an airsoft gun and smashing them together, hence the Frankenstein gun. Not only that, but our zombies that had the head sensors, at all times they had a computer strapped to their chest to make sure they were communicating with each other. So we decided that we wanted to invest and upgrade a weapon system, and we teamed up with a company called Laser Tag Pro that provided us with this, the Battle Rifle Pro it's called. But it's not the gun that was the big technology, it was the headbands themselves. They didn't have a wireless headband system, so we kind of worked closely once again with that company to help develop this new product that they can have. But what's really cool when you're shooting the zombie, it's taking that information, computing it, and bursting it back out to make sure that it was just your weapon that receives that signal. Not to mention those zombies' headbands were constantly sending signals as bites. So it's pretty awesome the amount that went into this that I don't think a lot of people realize how in-depth and awesome that technology really is.
I also think it's important that you guys know that when he says we, he's very humble and very, humility here. John did every single one of those guns on his own that first year. I remember that. He was there countless hours doing that, right?
That was absolutely the worst year of my life. However, it was extremely rewarding to see you guys coming through and smiling and having a good time. It made it all worth it for me. So thank you guys.
All right. Knott Scary Farm is also in the home of these immersive experiences. These are near and dear to my heart. But where do we go from there, right? I don't know. We come to the next one? Should we go to the next one? Yeah. Oh, like you mean it. Yeah. Hey, there's a picture from Trapped. That's the kitchen. We don't show any pictures from Trapped, so that's really cool.
Yeah, that's the break room behind Fiesta.
Yeah.
It's nice working for Knott. Good night.
There's the rat room. Anybody go through Trapped? Yeah! To get out of that room, the exit pull handle was in that toilet. Oh, it was black. You ready? I broke it.
Real quick, hold on. Before we go to the next one, I think it's, sorry. Hold on. I think it's very important to point out that the amount of effort and technology that went into Trapped is what is leading us into things like Paranormal Inc. and what's next. You guys ready to hear what's next?
Wasn't it luck? No. Necromancy? No. This is always spirits awoken? No. It was last year. Here it is. Double, toil and trouble. Fire, burn, and cauldron bubble. Hangman's noose. And the killer's hatchet. Claw of a beast. And the glass planchette. With the blood of a guest. We soon shall see the creation of a skeleton king.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to explain why this is so exciting, I guess, this year.
The whole into it. We all got those, man.
Yeah.
They're right here. I want my keys.
Well, what's so exciting is that we're actually going to take all of the key rooms out of the mazes, and they're going to be their own standalone little attractions that we're going to try to make as close to a trap type experience as possible. We're trying to put that quality into the key rooms, so that way not only can you go through your favorite mazes with front of the line,
Front of the line pass.
but you're able also to seek out these key rooms that are spread out throughout the entire park that you're going to be able to go and experience on your own.
All right, and no, nothing happened. There they are. Skeleton key rooms.
So we have 4 of them this year. This is the first one. It's called Visions. And why I'm so excited about this, we're using a new technology we've never used at Knott. It's called augmented reality. And if you don't know what that is, it's very similar to the technology used in the Pokemon Go app. What's the Pokemon Go app? Okay. So, we are once again going to invite you guys to join the Paranormal Inc. team as they investigate the Green Witch Museum, formerly known as the Haunt Museum. Anybody know what the Haunt Museum is? Yeah. So, it's coming back, but you have to have the skeleton key to get in there. So, we're going to be handing you guys the Phantom Finders, and you're going to be able to go in and investigate. And it's not so much the building that's haunted, but it's various items spread throughout the room taken from the Sarah Marshall witch trials. And if you have any luck, you're going to be able to witness the ghosts interacting with the environment in real time.
All right.
Zozo. This has kind of a personal attachment story of mine. I spent a lot of time before Knott's traveling with a band, and in this band that I was in, we had a girl named Elena, and she was absolutely terrified of any kind of Ouija boards. So one day, I took a Ouija board and I put it underneath her bunk. And I waited until she was nice and settled in and told her to look under her bunk. And a complete meltdown ensued. So, I didn't feel too bad. I was more just intrigued on why you have this huge fear. So we dug a little deeper, and she said that when she was younger, her and her friend were playing with the Ouija board, and the planchette just kept going back from Z to O, Z to O, and they didn't really think anything of it. But the next couple of days, she'd be waking up with these gnarly scratches all over her. She'd wake up seeing things moving in her room, and so I Googled it, what that meant, what the Z to O meant, and what I came across was incredible. And I'm going to tell you guys, you should probably Google it and see for yourself what you find on the Ouija board Zozo Demon. And if you don't want to do that, you can come to the key room and sit around the round table. And you can find out for yourself if this is part of our overactive imaginations or if there's maybe more to this Zozo Demon.
What's the worst that could happen?
Do we have any fans of 70s, 80s horror movies? One thing that I love about these movies, even though the killer is typically a human-based character, they seem to have maybe a little bit more to them. No matter how fast you run, they're always right behind you walking at a nice pace. You can try and kill them as much as you want, they're not going to die. They can seem to appear and disappear right at the correct time. So, through our advanced show control systems, we're going to be putting you face to face with one of these masked slasher characters. So now that you have fell into his trap, we're going to see if you guys can escape, if you're just going to become another victim of our Angel Maker killer. One thing that I really love about our event is that when you walk into Knott's Scary Farm, it feels like Halloween. And this past year, I was at a pumpkin patch that had a corn maze, and I remember walking through that, separated from my group, and just thinking how horrifying that this could be. So we wanted to embrace that American Halloween tradition. So we built our own hay maze, and we're going to be giving you guys lanterns and sending you into this non-linear maze. But don't worry, you're not going to be alone. For every 30 seconds, good old Farmer Ted is going to be releasing one of his mutant beasts.
very helpful.
But this is where the technology comes into play. Through the infrared system, we're going to be able to control your lantern. So guys, I want you guys just to dream with me for a minute. Picture yourself at the dead end of a maze. You have your little lantern. Coming around the corner are one of these mutant rat beasts. He screams at you and starts running. Now at this moment, we are going to be able to turn your lantern up so you can escape, or completely turn it off.
I got it.
And those are the 4 new skeleton key room experiences. And one thing that I'm very excited about this new direction with the key rooms is that every year we're going to be able to continue to implement all this new technology, and we're going to keep pushing Knott Scary Farm far as we can with all this innovation and technology, doing things that no other event will dream, try and do.
All right, that's what it's all about. And these are one-time access, right? So you get your key, and they'll get you into these attractions one time per night. So that's important to say, because they're going to be very popular. All right, skeleton key rooms. John Cook, everybody. Hey, the Q&A, we made it. Any questions? Can you bring the house lights up a little bit? I don't need this, I guess. No? Oh, there you are. Look at everybody. Hi.
There's a lot more people in this room than I thought.
Yes.
They're awesome.
Still.
See, in the back, John, they can control our lantern. They're bringing it up for us.
It's a good show
All right.
control system.
Right here is the Decade Brigade hat. It's coming like Donahue.
Hold on. Technical.
Why is that so cool? I don't know. Just yell it, go ahead.
I'm sorry everybody, but I have an audio question.
An audio question. I got a friend. As soon as you can get the microphone to work. Anyone else? No, I'm kidding. Go ahead, come on. No, oh my God.
You see, my job is really hard. And I proved that, I'm good at it.
Just yell it.
Obviously, when you showed us your timelines of all of the audio that you have, it's very, very complex when you're building stuff in mazes like that. But have there ever been times where you're looking for a sound that you think needs to be really complex when it comes from a very simple place?
It's an excellent question, yes. The answer is yes. Okay, let me embellish on it if you'll allow me. Right? The thing about the sound design process of putting certain things together, obviously they can't clash, they've got to work together, they've got to let them breathe. It's like we're mixing a band. If your guitarist is a show-off, how's your guitarist play? Anyway, they're playing all over the place, it doesn't work, we can't do the section, blah, blah, blah. You can't apply that process to mixing sound effects too, right? The question is excellent because I think too, like the Mine Ride, there was once we had a dragon thing that came out of the ballroom. Yeah. I spent days and days on that with one squeal. And we ended up calling it the pig dragon because it was there was like 16 pig squeals, a cow going off, a kangaroo, all kinds of crap. Lots and lots of nonsense thrown into one thing to make this huge monster scare. And it works the other way around too. Less is more.
All right. Right here in the hat.
I have a tech question, actually. No, anyone willing to answer?
What is it?
With all this massive amounts of technology that's coming out on a daily basis, are there any technologies you're looking forward to in like the future that you're already looking at implementing in the future?
Yeah, they're coming up with a way to reanimate people after they die. So we'll be working on an attraction where we actually kill people. I'm looking forward to it. Clear, back up. We have a souvenir bottle. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think you handled it.
All right, here, have a Hanging 2000 sound effect disc.
It'll do nothing for you.
All right, who else? right there, waving it, right there, yeah. See, determination, yes. He's coming out to the aisle. I love it. It's gonna be good.
To the gentleman that didn't talk, I was wondering if you had anything to share about not scary farm and what you did. I was wondering, Ian, I was wondering, since you didn't get a chance to talk, if there's anything you could share with us about what you do and not scary farm.
Hey, give that guy a ticket. Come on.
We cut my section down based on time, so we wanted to make sure to get to your guys' Q&A. So we were running short on time.
Oh my God. He's in charge of Adam's job, so good luck with that. All right, right there. Yes.
When will tickets go on sale? That's one.
What?
When will tickets go on sale?
We're not announcing that yet. Stay tuned.
Where?
Yeah, right over there.
Hey guys.
The young man from Horror Buzz.
Oh my God. Listen, the skeleton key rooms. Okay, there's going to be the 4 detached ones, right? Are they still going to be part of the existing mazes, or are you taking those ones out?
The existing ones? No, it's just the 4 this year.
Yeah, I think you got it. There we go. Right here, yes.
Is just the skeleton key rooms going to be one-time use, or all the mazes are only going to be one-time use?
The skeleton key rooms, one time. The VIP access to the mazes, all night.
All right, sweet, thank you.
It has to be correct. I just said it, otherwise we're doomed. Give that young man a ticket. There they come. All right. Yeah, the crazy lady down front. Is infected coming back?
This is my marketing trained answer. Stay tuned.
All right, right there, that lady in the black shirt, yes.
Will there ever be like a year-round haunted house?
Will there ever be a year-round haunted house, Ian?
Stay tuned.
Hey, give her a ticket. I could say we did try. We opened Alien Attack a month early, and I saw a lot of crying kids coming out. And the parents are like, we had no idea it was going to be this scary. Why would it be here? This isn't Halloween Haunt, this is not Scary Farm. So, it's a fine line you walk. Fine line. All right, somebody in the back there. Yeah, that guy, right there.
You had mentioned that in Paranormal Inc. that there was actually a crew in there hitting and causing the burst of airs and all that stuff. Is that in every maze or just in that one that you had mentioned, like when you got a burst of air in your face, that it was someone actually doing that?
Yeah, that was just for Paranormal Inc. because we had the showroom, and originally all those different effects would just go off, and then at one point the people running the boards decided that they were going to make it so they could trigger them, so they could have fun sitting there too all night. But just Paranormal Inc.
So like a freak like me who freaks out and runs and crashes into walls is probably in that going to get a lot more burst probably in my face to freak me out.
Probably they definitely feed off of your fear.
Give her a ticket, yes. Right over here, yeah, you right there.
For Paranormal Inc., will there be any advancements this year?
Any
There are a little tweaks, a couple small tweaks that we made, but nothing, we didn't change any major rooms out or anything.
How about over here on the far side, over here? Poor guy, make him run back and forth.
Question. Are you bring back Doll Factory or you be back on Pinocchio?
Are we going to bring back Doll Factory? Doll Factory's dead. Yeah.
We retired all
It had its run, right? Okay, let's come over to that guy right there. Here comes the mic. You ready? Here it comes.
Will there be any new shows this year?
Stay tuned.
Listen, like John really was saying that.
Oh, go ahead, John.
Stay tuned!
Everything will be new.
Here, give that guy.
We're not going to put up last year's one, so it'll be a new show, yeah.
All right, right there. Malfoy looking guy, right there. Better looking than me.
Thank you for yeah, okay, cool. I saw that you guys got a new like a general manager or whatever. Is he gonna let you decorate more around the house?
That's a good question.
Stay tuned!
The crowd is now trained. I love it.
John?
I didn't hear what the question or what you guys were saying.
What's your answer for everything?
Yeah, stay tuned.
There we go. All right, right here, they're waving happy, right there, yes.
Can you tell us if the Tooth Fairy is going to come back, if there's going to be any changes to Tooth Fairy?
Is the Tooth Fairy coming back? Oh, John?
Stay tuned.
Give her a ticket, come on, we're ruining these people. All right, in the back, let's go to the back, way in the back, that guy way in the back on the right, in the middle there, right there. Yeah.
For 10 years, you guys did Science Night at Not Scary Farm. We're the only theme park that did a promotional night like that. Are you guys bringing that back anytime soon or in the works of that?
Silent Night is every monster's favorite night.
I don't know if you know, but Scion is gone. So I had got rid of Scion, so no more Scion night. So Kia Night!
Do they make Scions anymore? No? No. We will be having Excel Night. Excel Night. All right, yeah, that lady right there.
I know what you do takes a lot of time, but I mean, the whole NOS thing is like, what, 4 or 5 weeks? Is everything that you do take the whole year? I mean, do you have downtime to put everything together?
No, by the end of Haunt, we already have our next year's lineup pretty much settled, and as soon as Haunt ends, we're working on it. So literally all year, we're working on Haunt.
Give her a ticket, yes. All right, a couple more questions. We're gonna wrap it up, folks. Right there. This guy right here.
I know you guys had issues with Mary Maze and the length of the time for waiting in line because it's a maze where you kind of have to figure out where you're going. And with Gray Maze, you guys are doing the same thing. Is that issue going to be somewhat fixed, or?
Because it's a key room and it's limited to the amount of key rooms sold, everything has been designed around the amount of key rooms sold to make sure that there's not a big line and it's not backed up.
Okay, and if you get lost in there for like 3 hours, not our problem. Who did you say? The little girl in the middle, yes.
Are you guys gonna have Scary Farm season passes?
What did you say? What's the answer?
Yes.
Yes!
Someone's got to come back, yes.
Wait, how old are you, little girl? How old are you? How old is she? 8. Have you been to Haunt? You have?
Yeah.
Let's hear it for her. Nothing says I love you like a lifetime of therapy. All right, a couple more and we're out. Right here. Right in the front.
Hey guys, so I couldn't help with another audio question, sorry.
Oh, for God's sake.
All of the old maze sound effects, you're talking about Malice, brought back so many awesome memories. Any chance of ever getting those like on CD or MP3 or that we can like have to, use?
We're constantly asked about that, and the problem is copyright, of course. We do needle drop a lot. So a lot of, everyone knows what Doll Factory's main song was because they researched it. And it became a game as well. I was like, I can find music these guys can't find. Luckily, the only time I won was that Red Beard. You guys have no idea what that was, and I'm so proud of that. But the answer to your question is, I very much doubt it. Unless the legal teams could work out some kind of copyright deal with the original artist, I very much doubt that you'll get that. You can probably get the original content that we create, but it's useless without the backing track of the music that was designed to go with it. You know what I mean?
Put all the music on, like the names, so we can go buy it ourselves?
There is a website, there's a fan, there's some nerd that has got no life, and check that out. I've actually...
Not nerd music? Is that...
I can't.
All right,
remember.
okay.
Just Google it
I have to step in. Will the senator from the sound department yield the floor? In the back. Let's go to the back. Somebody holding a hat up in the back.
Hey, so now.
Hey!
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man? What's up with you?
I'm just freaking chilling, baby.
All right, next question. Go ahead.
Just chilling. Now, you guys pretty much invented sliding. Are you gonna ever have like a X Games of sliding?
Yeah, you didn't see them? The Decay Brigade, they're back in there.
I love it.
Sponsored by Mountain Dew. Last question, right there. The guy waving, right there. Yeah. Make it a good one.
Yeah, if Infected does come back or something similar with the Times ticket entry, will there be a new system to give out ticketed times or scheduling times instead of...
Here we go. You ready? It's a good answer.
Do you want to just answer it for me? I would love to say yes, there will be a new way to do. Okay, well, let's go to the rest of the crowd. Ready, guys? 1, 2, 3.
Stay tuned.
Thank you.
Give that man a ticket, all right? Hey, folks, guess what? Join us at Knott's Berry Farm on August 25th. 8 o'clock, pass holder preview, where we will reveal everything that we can about Knott's Berry Farm 2016. Thank you to Midsummer Scream. Thank you to the panel. And thank you, the greatest band in the world!
Man-made tourist attraction in existence, the Universal Studios Tour. Here, the largest movie-making facility on Earth opens its doors and allows visitors to go behind the scenes and see how their favorite movies and television shows are actually made. This year, the tour is celebrating its 20th anniversary. It's a far cry from the scene that existed back in 1915 when Carl Laemmle founded Universal Studios on a 230-acre chicken ranch in the San Fernando Valley and allowed visitors to watch the pioneers of the industry make movies. He charged 25 cents.